Do I have crazy eyes? Welcome to my channel. So, do you hate landlords who think that they are renting like this fabulous castle, but really it's like a scab of an apartment? You know, when you see a scab and it looks all right, like it's starting to heal, it could be a good thing. But then if you start to pick away at it, it can fester and start to look pretty bad. Every single place that I have lived in, I think my whole adult life has been a holy terror. Like, landlords from hell. Complete and utter landlords from hell. Like, I have trauma from my landlords. Like, I could tell you things that you probably wouldn't even believe. More things have happened to me than the average regular person. I shit you not. I could tell you so many stories that you'd be like, is she really telling me the truth? Because half of them are so ridiculous that you wouldn't believe that they were actual real fucking stories. Like, because a lot of stuff it's so ridiculous that you wouldn't expect it to happen to a person. But Murphy's Law with this person, if it can happen, it is going to happen. It's probably why I have crazy eyes tonight. My landlord, since the beginning of COVID, has been driving me crazy. Like, the stuff that he's done to me is beyond insane. At the beginning of last summer, I had a bunch of, I think it's called annuals, like when your plants come up every year, and they were coming along because this was like April. He decides, well, that it's his property and he's gonna rip them all out and throw them in the trash. So he did that to all my plants and my fairy lights and whatever else I had in there. Either went to the trash or he stuck it in the shed that's in the back. His shed. It's not even my shed, it's his shed. And so he has control of the planter boxes that are in the front windows now. So the front windows, I'm unable to even enjoy them anymore because he doesn't even need to give warning or anything. He's just there watering the plants or just doing whatever he wants because it's his property. He doesn't even have to give notice to come over or anything. He just wanders around whenever he wants to, blowing around things and looking in. And yesterday he came over like this. What's that smell? I was like, what smell? But like, it thinking in my head too at the same time, like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, are you all right there, buddy? Like, you just come there. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And I knew that earlier I had went to Max and they were cleaning out the gas lines or something like that. So something smelled bad when I walked by it. So my mind went to that smell. And I was like, it's like Circle K is doing something with their gas. I don't know. Like, get the fuck away from my porch, man. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking in my head. And then he left, and maybe 5 minutes he came back again, like this. And then tried to like step and come in. And I was like, you're not coming in. And he was like, all right. What's that smell? are you smoking in there? And I was like, no, actually, I quit smoking. And he's like, oh yeah, I remember that you told me that. And I was like, it's not coming from here. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you fucking having a stroke or something there, old man? But I was like getting pissed off at this time. To the point where, like, it came to my mind that I remember seeing a video of a man pushing his landlord down the stairs, and the landlord didn't make it. So that came to my brain, and immediately I like was like, oh, like just like fuck off, not coming from here. So he left again, and then later that night I had left, and then I came back and realized that the smell was my plant, my mum, that I had put on the porch, my fall mum. That's what the smell was. Today, when I came home, he came like rushing up to me like this, and I was like, what the fuck? He was like, I'm coming in on Monday for an inspection. And I was like, all right. Like, I don't have anything to hide. I don't know what you're smelling or what the fuck it is that you're talking about. And then I said, oh yeah, I found out what that smell was, Robert. And he was like, really? What? And I said, well, it's the plant out at the front, my mom. And he was like, show me. Because he's French, like, show me. So I brought him around to the front, and I said, this is what it is. I smell it plain as day last night when I came home. And he smelt it, and he was like, looked like, and then said again, like, I'm doing an inspection, like just an surprise inspection here, like, surprise, I'm gonna come in and fucking snoop around at all your shit. I hate, landlords drive me nuts. But like, I have nothing to hide. It's not like I have a secret laboratory where I'm, like growing anything illegal or anything of the sort. So come on in and have a poke. Like, it's so invasive though. So invasive. But don't fuck with me, man, because I will have this apartment so sparkling clean, he'll question, like, in his head, what the fuck is he even doing? Like, what is the purpose of coming in here? What are you looking for? What are you smelling? Like, nobody's smoking cigarettes, or nobody's smoking marijuana, or anything of the sort, so get the fuck off my dick. I hate, like, it never stops with this character. Every single landlord that I've ever had has always been the same. Though my last landlord, he was hell, man. He was like a professional hockey player, so he really thought that he was something special. Like, just because you scored a goal in the NHL doesn't make you any more special than I am. I'm sorry to burst that bubble of yours that you have going on there, but you're no different than I am. I don't care if you make $12 million a year or if you make $12 a day. Like, doesn't matter to me. We are the same. He was like horrible. He brought me to landlord tribunal court and I won, but his claims were preposterous. Like, I have a folder that's like this thick of stuff that this guy and I back and forth. Like, any claim that he claimed that he could claim about a person, like, I was doing it all. All of it. I was everything, and the pot that the box came in. Like, I was growing hydroponic tomatoes, and I had fleas, and I was bringing in bugs, but it was the other way around. I had a bat infestation, but he was telling me that I was just crazy. I was hearing things. There was nothing there at all. Bats don't even roost in Ontario. Like, you're losing your fucking mind, Kathy. And I was like, I have videos of it, though, like, on my walls in my bedroom. Yeah, it was driving me fucking crazy, because I'd lie down and just hear, like, up my wall, like, all across the one side of the wall where it came in from the chimney, and go across the wall. Like, don't tell me that I'm going fucking crazy. I already know that. Don't need you to tell me that. I already know that. Oh my God. And it was like, I think 3 years of that before I eventually gave in and left. And I hate giving in. Really, if I don't have to, I will fucking fight you tooth and nail. Because that's just my personality. I think maybe I just have to be right. If I'm right, then I have to be right. I can't let it go. I have a point to prove, I can't let it go. That's just, I'm a Scorpio. That's the way I am. It's like, fight fire with fire, and tooth and nails. I'm in there, like, you wanna go? We're going. We're going all the way, motherfucker. Like, I didn't bring it. You brought it. So Monday I have, like, a surprise inspection. I'm gonna make my house so sparkly clean as much as I can, which I shouldn't even have to do. You shouldn't have to be like that. Shit like that drives me crazy. It's like I'm constantly walking on eggshells. I can't get comfortable in a house like that. Who could? That's why I've lived out of boxes for the last 3, 4, 8, a long time. Just when I start to get comfortable, like, boom, it all blows up in my face. That's PTSD. And then it's like you're constantly walking on, like, napalm. Everything's blowing up in your face. It's like it never stops, and it's always fucking something. Like, I understand how people, like, lose their minds or give up or throw a towel in, or some days, I'm telling you, I'm too much of a narcissistic for that, though. Like, let me live my life. That's all I want. I just want to live. I could totally live, like, by myself in the country, away, plant a garden, and have all those resourceful things. But I'm afraid of, like, creatures and people, and people more than creatures. People scare me, man. People are so unpredictable. Behind every person you know is usually a whole entire person that you do not know fuck all about. I learned that in my 40-ish years. So I did. And just, like, reintegrates it more as I get older. People hide so much. Do you have to? To a point, maybe. But I don't know. I don't know. People are getting worse, or there's just so many not good people out there. I want to say bad people, but not good people. Like, not good in no heart. Oh, yeah. And it's fucking scary, man. It's scary. Scary. I used to never lock my door. I lock my doors I make sure my car doors are locked even when they're parked in my parking lot in the backyard. Like, I do not trust people these days. Like, a raccoon will raid your garbage. A human will raid your car. Like, rummage for change and computers and shoes and whatever else that they can find. Like, it's wild, man. It's wild. Even in small town where I am, like 8,000 people. 8,000, but I don't know. I think that it's gone to like 10,000 because the diversity here has like, it's wild. I grew up like pretty much in an all-white town, and it's not so much anymore. I am racist, man. Every man for themselves. That's not how I meant that to come out. I hate everybody. Doesn't matter. In the past, a trucking company started coming through here, and we have a very high Muslim population. Seems all of a sudden, just like all of a sudden, there seems to be a lot of Muslims here. Not even Muslims, like East Indians as well. Just like boom, all of a sudden. There's more housing that's coming up, being built by different what do you call that when you build something? Fuck, I'm having a brain fart. No. Engineers and architects. I had to let my brain think about it. I was talking too fast for my brain. I had to catch up. Different architects, and I don't know. It's bringing people from Toronto and different places like that. It's cool to see the diversity. It's shocking at the same time because I'm so used to just being a little country town, and it's definitely not that anymore. It seems to have grown very quickly with people, though, not with stores or anything like that. It's not growing like that. And our slogan used to be, let us prosper, or shall we prosper, or something about being prosperous, but it just has like gone, it's been outsourced, and there's not a lot of factories or things like that. There's not really a lot going on for it. We don't have a beach. Our beach is like closed down because it used to have dead cows floating down the river from upstream. The farms upstream, cows just fall in and drown, and down they'd float. So there we used to have a beach. It's not fun seeing stuff like that. It'd be nice to see the beach get fixed up. Maybe one day. There's not a lot going on. And when people move to this town, I'm always like, why? Like, what brought you here? Everybody is always everybody's trying to leave all the time. So, what brought you to here? It used to be the treatment center that brought people here, like from Ottawa or places surrounding Ottawa region. So it was like just a lot of drug addicts and troublemakers and stuff like that, but it's grown in different ways. It's nice to see some money be brought back into the town. But it's also driven up the housing market. It's really hard to find a place for rent that's under $1,200 around here when it used to be like $7. So it's like fluctuated. It always happens whenever they drive the market up. Anyways, I think that I've jibber jabbered on for a way too long. Like, comment, subscribe, and I don't think that you should share this one out because it's just me yammering about my landlord and whatever. I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Bye. I couldn't know you're fucking weirdo, Gabby.